Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pei.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, Streaker, and more. Why so many places? Well, you know, I'm on a happy 88 mission, 88 million more happy people in the next 8 years. So that's why there's no headlines here, because 100% of the headlines these days are bad news, leaving you to say, what's wrong with people? What's wrong with the world? The world is going to hell in a handbasket. And I don't want you to have that kind of reaction, especially on Mondays. So that's why I have, it's been, I forgot to fix that on the banner. Mondays are stat days when I take a look at, because I don't want to measure myself always by numbers. But it is the day when I get to say, you know what? I've been on for 691 consecutive weeks. That's since May 1st, 2012. And I'm very happy to tell you that the impression number went up another 100,000, so 3.97 million impressions on this particular channel. And people asked, like, how many tune in or blah, blah, blah. I have no clue total. All I know is that this is the one measure that helps me know that I'm not speaking to nobody. That's not good grammar, but oh well. I know that I have an audience of people who are also not happy always starting their day in a negative way. And I call it MS scrolling, meaningless scrolling on their device. And instead, if you tune in here, you free subscribe to my YouTube channel, you know this is the home to Asian Oprah. It is number one talk in the IE. Then you'll know that we're going to talk about something that will help you be happier. And if you're not happy 88% of the time, keep it tuned here. If you are happy 88% of the time, keep it here. You're in great company. And I'm so grateful to all of you. For all of the encouragement and the recognition. And it's wonderful to be in different countries and different places and be recognized, not for bad or negative things, not bad, not useful or negative things, but I'm so grateful for all of y'all. And, you know, I'm here back broadcasting live from my new beach pad. Still organizing some things and getting unpacked. And you see from my background, I have a grand piano. Actually, there is a grand piano downstairs, but still unpacking. Even though I moved in a month ago, I just returned from Dr. Marissa broadcasting live from Toronto, Ontario, Canada for this last month. So let's start with my good life habit, my hashtag Blisscipline. Those of you who know, we start every show with breakfast, and that consists of taking a bite of my gratitude sandwich. Top of the bun, things that we're grateful for outside of ourselves. Bottom of the bun, things that we're grateful for inside of ourselves, otherwise known as appreciation. So let's start. I am grateful that I have a super hot shower in this new place versus my old place. And I have a a gym, 24-hour, that I got to do exercise bike on this morning, and then a pool that is heated as it advertised, unlike other places. And got to do my laps this morning. And those of you who saw my toes on the story, that is my discipline for my body. And I do that every other day, even though I have two blood clots, because it's still good to continue. I'm grateful that today I have an ultrasound to see, hopefully, that the medication that I've been taking that has me bruised very easily is working, and that the clot is being dissolved. I'm grateful for medical technology and the care of my doctors who found the clot, and I didn't die for the 2 months that I was walking unaware with the two DVTs. I am grateful that I'm back in Southern California and that I have the most beautiful weather on the planet versus Toronto's hot and sticky. I am grateful that it is 3.97 million now on the impressions. And I am so grateful that I have friends and family and social media family and so many people who are so caring with this whole thing that I've sort of come out of now, between my mom passing, the funeral, the two blood clots, the moving, the selling, the finding a new place, all in the last 6 weeks. Yes. So I am truly grateful for all of the support. I couldn't have done this. Anne Marie, my BFF, Queen Bonita, my through my co-host and other beautiful friend, Alon Carter, her cousin, and my Karen, my childhood friend that I've known since I was 8 years old, which was only like 30 years ago. Just kidding. And I couldn't have done this entire time without them. And of course, my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith. All right, let's go to the bottom of the bun, which is, what are you grateful for inside of yourself? And I'm modeling this for you before you go to bed. A lot of us, before we go to bed, the worst habit, I think, it's my BS, my belief system, is doing the MS, meaningless scrolling, before you fall asleep, because one, it's the magnetic, you keep, click, 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 and then your mind is whirled up, and then you can't fall asleep, or you're thinking about how many things you didn't finish, or who done me wrong, or I'm not good enough because someone said so, or because I didn't finish what I was supposed to. And all of those lead to not a good night's sleep. And it's really interesting how we blame whatever on that. And honestly, if you're not getting a good night's sleep, try this. And if you're still not getting a good night's sleep, then come talk to me. But plug this in another room, which is your smart negative news phone. And then, just take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can count sheep if you want. You can count dolphins or penguins or something like that. But the most important thing is not to stimulate yourself in the mind and be distracted, or, and that is our topic today, the monkey mind. But I'm encouraging you, if you have problems sleeping, to change your habits. But that's part solution. We'll get to that after the break. But I just wanted to give you a little a hint at what we're talking about today. All right. I like about myself, this is the appreciation of self, bottom of the button, that 88% of the time, I do what I teach and preach, which is if I don't like what I'm looking at, I stop looking at it. And if I don't like what I'm thinking about, to think about something else. 88% of the time, I am good at or useful. I choose the more useful tool to um, be the boss of my mind. And I am so appreciative that I have learned how to, um, I'm calling it personal mastery. It's the opposite of my initials. It is describing the personal ability to take responsibility and control what you're thinking about. So I appreciate that I could do that 88% of the time. I appreciate that I am taking care of my health and doing things that I know I need to do. Maybe 88% of the time, my girlfriend Amory is constantly on me saying, "Why are you not sitting with your leg up?" Which I actually am. I figured out a way to broadcast with my leg up on the side here. So I'm learning. And I appreciate my ability to let myself be sad and disappointed and grieve for those things that I have temporarily lost. So, all my plans, people that I know are leaving for Africa in a week, or yeah, 10 days that I was supposed to go to. And today I'm going to have to cancel all the other flights that I haven't canceled because I know that no matter what the results are, that in my heart I know, even though I was hoping that I could still fly to Ireland in October and Shanghai in November and Taiwan in December, that is putting myself at risk. Even if one of the doctors says it's okay, that I know in my heart, and my kids would kill me if I did that. So I appreciate my ability to have all my feelings and not try to pretend that I'm happy when I'm not, but also try not to spew when I'm angry, or play the blame or shame or oh poor me game all day in front of other people. I can do that in the shower, have a good cry in the shower at least once a week, or if I can't get myself to cry in the shower, I watch a sad show and let myself cry there. So that is it for Breakfast with Me. Thanks for joining me. You can do this every weekday morning, this good life habit, this hashtag Blisscipline that allows me to demonstrate how I keep myself positive, and also how to replace our morning habit maybe of going to the negative. So join me every weekday morning here on the morning show at KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind, home to the Asian Oprah, AM 1050, FM 106.5, streaming everywhere, and home to the Asian Oprah. Thank you so much, and join me tomorrow, same time, for breakfast. It's a guaranteed way to sandwich your day in the most positive way. And now for the topic of the day, and the bell is over there. I'll just use Hey You one more time. I'm unpacking. I did probably like 38% of unpacking yesterday, which was pretty good. And I will continue so I get everything done in time for my birthday party. August 10th. Yes, I am turning ageless again. And those of you who are in Southern California and want to come, let me know. Also, just wanted to let you know today is Monday, which means Mental Health Matters Mondays, which means it's the Asian Oprah giveaway today. My number one national best-selling book, 8 Ways to Happiness from Wherever You Are. Does it look like me? And yeah, you get an audiobook copy narrated by my voice. So you will hear me cajoling and encouraging you in your ear on being happy 88% of the time. So all you need to do is to go to my website, which is up here beside me, drmarissa.life. You can easily find me if you Google Asian Oprah. I've got lots of different resources for you, connections for you. You can engage me as a motivational speaker, organizational psychologist, happy life coaching, talk radio guest spot for this show, as well as book me for a podcast through my PR guy one. And I've got my Laurel winner post-pandemic possibilities film, which you can also get on my YouTube TV channel. I've got my red carpet. This is good. I haven't done this. I don't know if I've ever done this on the show. Celebrity host producer. And here's some pretty cool people that I have gotten to meet and do a little soundbite. Jimmy Kimmel, Halle Berry. I have a long interview with her on my what is the playlist, celebrity playlist. Stevie Wonder is here, and John Travolta. So tons of people that you can take a look at on my red carpet. And of course, my 8 Ways to Happiness. Oh, there's Layla Ali. This is my nonprofit, and anything you buy in my shop. So I've got music, I've got books, I've got programs, I've got Mommy With Her Feelings, my children's book. I've got a 21-day fast from complaining. I've got my balanced Tai Chi Gong. So many different things that I have for you. And yeah, so some of the items, like the Mommy With Her Feelings, is free with donation, tied to my 8 Ways to Happiness. Sometimes it's a part, sometimes it's a whole, but however you do, you are supporting my mission, my Happy 88 mission, 88 million more happy people in the next 8 years. If you would like to chat with me, there's a convenient scheduling button so that you can spend a little time. We can talk. If you want some coaching and you're not quite sure, come chat with me. All right. So that is my home base. And yeah, that's the first time I've taken people through that. But you can find me there. And the reason why I took you there is because on the bottom, if you go to the very bottom, or there's a pop-up too, if you put your name here, and your subject would be Asian Oprah giveaway or Mental Health Mondays, and then I send you a promo code for the audiobook copy. All right. So that is the Asian Oprah giveaway for the day. And the topic today is...
Hey, you! Hey! Hey, you!
It is conflict with yourself, also known as monkey mind. So, do you have a monkey mind? I have a monkey on my back that has traveled to my head. Here are the symptoms of monkey mind. I have a tough time meditating because my mind is just going and going and going and going. I have so many thoughts. I can't seem to relax. One thought to the other. Certainly ADHD, ADH, all of those racing mind conditions, whether it is a diagnosis or you just know yourself that you are a go, 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 type A plus. You are, even if you're a type B and you're a worry wart and your mind goes constantly worrying, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? And it's almost always worst case scenario, paranoia, uh, feeling like impending doom or waiting for the other shoe to drop. And it's a constant stream. It's a, new term. It's called dead streaming or doom streaming. Instead of live streaming or love streaming, it's doom streaming. I like it. That just came to me. Another Marissa-ism. So doom streaming is what goes on in monkey mind. And the statistic is like anywhere from 40 to 80,000 thoughts 40 to 80,000 thoughts a day. I've seen different statistics on that. So, you know that 42.7% of statistics are made up on the spot. Really? And where did I get that? That's one of my favorite. I want to give credit, but I've forgotten who I got that from. But anyways, I love that. And if it's 45,000 thoughts that you have per day, the other statistic is 85% of those thoughts are negative. Wow. 85% of, hey Siri, what's 85% of 5,000? 38,250 negative thoughts a day. That's a lot of negative thoughts. And if you're not focusing, that's, I think, where that number comes from. So if you are, and we'll get into solution on the second half, but if you are just watching things go by, if you're letting your mind and your attention be hijacked by media, my big brother Michael Bernard Beckwith calls it, media is a weapon of mass distraction. So if you're being hijacked, distracted because you choose to pick up your phone and start your day with that, choose to turn on the TV and listen to the scrolling, constant CNN, constantly negative news, then guess what? You are absolutely feeding your monkey that went from your back to your mind with more things to worry about, to fear, to be anxious about, and that is on you. So what do we worry about? So if you started your day positive after that breakfast, I'm going to bring you down because the first half of the show, I do focus on reality and the opportunities we have to improve, otherwise known as problems. So what are we worrying about these days? The price of everything going up, the out of I almost went it's very rare that I lose my thought or have nothing to say, but I'm trying to say it without breaking my rule of talking about politics. But for the sake of today's program, anyone who's watching the news, even if you voted for him, is you have to be honest and be a little bit surprised at some of the things that he's making decisions on. Um, I'll just say that that whatever the news is reporting on what the current president is doing, what politics around the country are, the wars that are either starting or in the middle of or being threatened for. Certainly, safety is something that we're more worried about maybe than we were a year ago, although we were worried about that then. Come on. So there's lots of things to feed the monkey in our mind, and therefore not surprising that you can't sleep, not surprising that you're worried, not surprising that you're anxious, not surprised that you are fearful. So the monkey is not a friendly monkey. So the critic is not a friendly ally for you. It is having you focus on things that lead to worry, fear, anxiety. Let's see, WFA or WAF, WAF. So we don't want to WAF. Worry, anxiety, and fear. Choosing to WAF. Some people will say to me, but Dr. Marissa, I have to listen to the news. I have to know what's going on. I have to be cognizant or understand what's going on. People look to me for information. And my response to that is no, that's not true. I know I used to watch the news because I wanted to be the first to, hey, did you hear about this? And have people go, oh, really? That was my way of making myself feel important or in the know or smart or better than you. And it's an ego thing. So let's be honest about why you want to be in the know. Are you really able to be someone that can make it a difference with it? So that's my question. Can you control it? Can you influence it? This thing that makes people go, oh, it's the shock and awe factor. Media knows it as if it bleeds, it leads. So can you really make a difference? Or are you just feeding someone else's monkey? Are you a monkey feeder? Or can you handle your own? Can you handle your own monkey? There's the question of the day. So, what is the monkey? Okay, so that's outside. Let's go inside. The monkey also chatters about you and not in a positive way. Your internal critic, that is the same as your monkey mind, is playing over and over like an organ grinding monkey, the same negative chatter / criticism of you. Oh, you've let yourself go. Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you've gained weight again. Oh, you said you would do this and you didn't. Your mother was right. You're fat, you're ugly, you're good for nothing, you're worthless. You're never going to be successful. And give it up. There's no point in trying. Just stay in bed. Don't open the door. Don't take a shower. It's useless. Don't open your bills. Don't go to work. Don't make friends. Don't go out and exercise. It's just totally worthless and hopeless. So give it up. So that's the bottom side, the very, very bottom of the monkeys that is smashing you up on this head, the critic that is beating you up, your own worst critic that is harder on you than anyone else is, and nothing is ever enough, and you're only as good as your last win. That is a really good example. I don't know if anybody can relate. These are all things that have gone through my mind. I used to live there, and the only thing that could soothe that voice, the monkey, would be a number. Whether it was my single malt scotch, I would take that and it would soothe and stop that voice. Whether it was eating, right? If you missed my interviews with Janine Roth, they're in my celebrity playlist. She was on Oprah. She was Oprah's compulsive eating diet coach. She's a pioneer in that. One of my favorite. Oh, haven't unpacked my books yet, but if you want a great book to read about compulsive eating, is when you sit at when you eat at the refrigerator, pull up a chair. Excellent book. Excellent book. So you've got eating, drinking. I did try pot twice. I can't do that to numb because it ends up, I get the munchies so bad. I had like 14 eggs at one sitting. It's legal now. I can talk about it. And the second time I went to 7-Eleven with my girlfriend in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we had maybe a couple $100 in junk food and finished the whole thing. So I can't do that stuff because it just makes the eating worse. So, but whatever it is, that's how I calm down the monkey mind, calm down the critical, is with a number. So if I don't feel it all, then I don't hear that voice. But the consequences are really, 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 really bad. So we don't want to do that. The last thing that the last category, so the three categories that monkey mind can drive you crazy, is what's going on outside, which ignites your WAF, worry, anxiety, fear. What's going on in the inside, criticism of yourself, self-hatred, self-loathing, which is also gets you into feelings of self-hate. I will put that in the category, varying levels of that. And that is also the type, the second kind of monkey. The third is blame. So the monkey mind will also encourage you to blame everyone else or one or two individuals for all the things wrong in your life. So the third is blaming what someone who did you wrong, like in a big way. 7 out of 10 of us have something in that category. So that is playing over and over. How could she? How dare he? Why did he? How could they? Mothers are supposed to, priests are supposed to. All of that category can also fuel that monkey mind. So outside of you, yourself, inside of you, and then the third category, those to blame. Have I brought you down? If you were positive from breakfast, now you're down. That's the first half of the show. What are the things that are in our monkey mind? When I come back from break, we're going to talk about how we tame, how we soothe that monkey mind, how we master our ability to change the critic that is occupying our entire mind and making life miserable. How's that for a commercial? We'll be right back. Don't go away. Chuck Willery says 2 and 2. I say peace in, peace out. Don't go away. We'll be right back. 2 Mental Health Monday matters and how we can be happy 88% of the time. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome to Balanced Tai Chi Gong. My name is Dr. Marissa Pei. For the next 28 minutes, we will be slow dancing with the universe in a moving meditation that promotes inner peace, one breath at a time. Just follow the sound of my voice and move with me as I guide you through this ancient wisdom through New Thought practice. As a corporate psychologist, I created this practice in response to my life and those of my clients. We were professional, high achievement-oriented, multitasking control freaks and exhausted. No matter how many successes, it was never enough. That, coupled with a painful life experience, led me on a quest to find another way to live and back to my Chinese roots. If you practice regularly, I can promise you that it will impact all health vortexes. Body, mind, spirit, soul. You will be in a place of balance and inner peace the way we were created. 谢谢.
Be my partner, dance with me. Just hold on. I will.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pei.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe, you'll get an alert every weekday morning to tune in and give me the finger. This one, not the other one. And talk about things that will help you be happier 88% of the time. And it is Monday, Mental Health Matters Mondays, which means it's time for the Asian Oprah giveaway, which is my number one best-selling book and national bestseller, 8 Ways to Happiness, from wherever you are. And you get a free audiobook copy if you go to my website, which is displayed up here, or maybe up here, other side, drmarissa.life. Or, of course, you can always just Google Asian Oprah and you will find me. And today's topic is, do you have a monkey mind? Yep. Monkeys in your mind that were formerly on your back can rob you of your birthright to happiness 88% of the time. So what are we doing now? Solution. We talked 3 different main categories before the break on how that monkey mind operates. 1, the chatter about what's going on outside, which leads to WAF, worry, anxiety, and fear. The second category is self-criticism, self-loathing, self-hatred, which is all those messages that tell us we're not good enough. And then the third category is blame, blaming all those who shouldn't have, and shooting on them. So the reason why I split it into 3 categories is those 3 are different kinds of monkeys. There are different kinds of critics, and they require different kinds of approaches to soothe them. So the first thing I would say is, for all 3 monkeys, you cannot kill the monkey. You don't want to kill the monkey. Now, some coaches will say, you want to kill him, kill the critic, beat him up, throw them out the car window to get run over on the 405. No, because your critic, that monkey, is actually your own development. You created your own monkey through experience to actually protect you. So the flip side of every character inside of you, and in my book, literally, there are 3, sometimes 4 characters that we have developed as a means of coping and surviving our past. So the critic is actually a character in us that, if we did not have that character, we would be dead. So if you don't have the critic, that you would be probably run over, probably have burnt hands from putting your hand on the stove. So the flip side to the critic is actually protection. So we don't want to kill the critic. We don't want to kill that particular monkey. Actually, all 3 of the monkeys. We can't kill them because they did help us. But we want to make friends with them. But we also don't want to live as that monkey. And that's what happens if you're a worrywart, or if you can't sit still because of the mind, that monkey mind. You're allowing yourself to be only alive as the monkey. So we want to make sure that there's a part of us that is more than the monkey, a part of us that can tame the monkey, a part of us that can soothe the monkey. And that person is balance-centered self. So the common thing for 3 is you want to develop that common-centered self so that you can soothe those 3 kinds of monkeys. All right. So that's the work that is in the book that you get a free audiobook copy today. 8 Ways to Happiness. And I go through these exercises to help you create and anchor in who you really are. You really are balance-centered self. So that's who I am. I'm balance-centered Dr. Marissa. Whoever is tuned in, I see the eyeballs. Welcome to the show. Find your balance-centered self. I'm not going to go through the long version of that because, of course, we're running out of time. And I want to get 3 specific ways that you can tame your monkey. So the first monkey that is worried, anxious, and fearful, WAF, because of what's going on around you, because you hear it in the news, because you start your day, MS, meaningless scrolling. The decision to break the habit of lazy focusing, or knee-jerk reactions, or letting yourself be hijacked by the news, or being easily distracted by other people's opinion, or what they're telling you, social media included, especially social media. If you're a person that scrolls to see what is interesting, you're scrolling in the wrong place, because in order to make you stop and watch something, the lowest common denominator is blood, guts, violence, right? That's the if it bleeds, it leads. So you have to make a decision to work the muscle of focus, of choice. What are you choosing to look at? And don't tell me that, why does media show this, or it, blaming others for your lack of focus. Nobody's making you scroll. Nobody's making you turn that button of news on. No one's making you or forcing you to scroll. Okay? That's on you. So you want to have a happy life, then choose to start your day not doing what you've been doing, which I think most of us, myself included, have a habit of, oh, I really don't want to, whatever it is I don't want to do. So what am I going to do? Instead, I'm going to see what's going on around. That will let in the door of your mind and feed the monkey that spits out worry, anxiety, and fear. That's on you. Okay. So you got to stop doing that. One, plug your phone in somewhere else that you don't grab it first thing in the morning. You know, I had to do that for a long time before I had the discipline of grabbing my phone first thing in the morning, opening up this thing called You, reading a page of it, closing the phone, putting it down, and having my timer on 15 minutes, and then laying in bed and meditating first before scrolling. But I had to plug it somewhere else for a while before I could do that. All right. That's number one. Number two is don't look or talk or post or say anything that is not 100% verifiable. Don't message me a hoax. Those of you who have tried know what I will say is, have you done the research before sharing this? Right? Is it a hoax? Who's reporting it? Is the media that you got this from, is it balanced, right? Is it from the center or is it from the right or the left? Okay. So are you smart about what you're allowing in when it comes to external news? So that's the first category. If you're going to say no, then, you got no one to blame except yourself. Not that I want you to shut on yourself, but I want us to take responsibility. This is the tough love part of that first category, because we ask for it. We seem to think that the news is not biased. There is no such thing as unbiased news. Everybody has a bias. It just depends on what their message is, how far the bias is. So even though there's no such thing as unbiased news, the ones in the center that I just showed you are where I get my news, because at least it'll, like, on the plus side, on the minus side, of the benefits and the consequences, that's what I listen to. All right. So that's for the first category, news outside of yourself, things that you worry about outside of yourself. Let's go to the critic inside that blames yourself, that calls you fat and ugly, that tells you you're worthless, that tells you that you're not good enough. Okay. Every time there's a siren, I don't know if you can hear it, that means what I'm speaking is important. So this is a big one. There's a lot of us right now who have not dealt with our past pain, who are, taking stuff to alleviate our dis-ease with ourselves, when the only thing, that's just a temporary number. Sorry, prescribed or not, it's a temporary number. That's my BS, my belief system. It is my hope that you do the work, whether it's with a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I would hope that you would try the mind before you start putting stuff in your body, because side effects are not side effects, they're main effects. I do agree that for some people that will work because of the imbalances in the hormones. But what came first, right? Your emotions, dealing or not dealing with something, and then you got your hormones unbalanced, or vice versa. My hope, because I don't want you to have side effects that are actually main effects, is to try first dealing with it with either cognitive therapy or any kind of development of your internal, muscles of choice, so that you can begin to reprogram or recognize the truth of who you are, which is one of a kind, wonderful. No throwbacks in a bunch. We're all unique, loving, lovable, and loved individuals. All 8 billion of us, right? That's the going in point. So if you don't see that for yourself, if you've allowed that monkey to beat you up, to tell you that you're not that, That's the work. Okay. Go through that work. You don't have to go to a professional. If you're a big do-it-yourself person, this has exercises inside to work that. I just think it's easier if you work with someone else, because sometimes you're so conditioned to your own habits that you can't see something. So that's why I encourage, and I'm not like the answer to everybody. This works for, the people who've had childhood trauma, particularly from a mom. I know that were I had that so that I could help people with that. That's why the work in China was so important, because when I spoke at the embassy in Beijing, it wasn't a dry eye in the place, because daughters of tiger moms on steroids have a really strong monkey that continues to give us fat and ugly attacks when we wake up. So that is the work. If you want a happier life and to get that monkey that criticizes you on how bad you are, that's the work. That's the solution. So category 1, the monkey that focuses on everything bad outside, that leads to worry, fear, and anxiety, or WAF. The solution is work your muscle, focus attention, don't scroll first thing, don't believe everything that's out there, and don't pass it on before asking yourself, is this really true? Is it really going to make me feel better or you feel better, right? Okay, third category, blame of others. So there's the blame monkey that is so angry and so resentful and so volatile that it affects body, mind, spirit, soul. And that, it's like a double-edged sword. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. And then please love me, please love me, please love me. So visually it's like this, right? So when you have had an unresolved, angry relationship with someone because they should have done something or shouldn't have done something, that monkey is probably one of the strongest monkeys. It feeds the other monkeys. All right. It's a core monkey that 7 out of 10 of us have had, because all those of us who've had that kind of, just fundamental soul sucking, a horrific experience as a child with someone who should have known better, that kind of pain doesn't get fixed or dealt with or addressed. Doesn't do it in school. And unless you are self-aware enough to know that this is killing you and the monkey's growing bigger, 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 that it becomes you and you're leaking the negative, ugly gas from unprocessed pain that's an infection in you, then it will take you down. It will, what you do not deal with will deal with you. And it feeds the other monkeys. So this core monkey of blame and shame is one that it's more than radical forgiveness. It is a reconditioning, recognizing, reformulating, remessaging, re-understanding. And I've talked about this before in the forgiveness work that was taught to me. You can find it in my book. You can find it in Spiritual Liberation, Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith's book, about how can we deal with that monkey that is so angry and so hurt from the past that it affects every single relationship you have in your present and your future. So if it is possible, if you're tired of this, if you're tired of that particular monkey on your back, that monkey in your head that is full on 100% blame, that is poisoning you. I don't want to look at you, so I'm going to gouge my own eye out. If you're going blind because of that particular monkey, it's time. It's time to begin that forgiveness work. It's not forgiveness like I'm better than you, therefore I I'll forgive you, but I won't forget. Then don't bother forgiving. This kind of work is probably the most important work that I've done. Those of you who know, I had a beautiful healing in April with that monkey with my own mom before she passed, and a little update on that. After the service was great, everything was great, and then when I took a look at the will, it was another chance to do some more forgiveness work, because she had not updated it, and it was done when she was angry, and it was so blatant about uh, how she didn't love me. So I'm going back around again to have to do that work, because I I know that if I love myself, which I do 88% of the time, I have to go back and do that forgiveness work again. It's not about I forgive you because I condone it. It's because I know in the bottom of my heart, in the top of my head and mind, that everybody does the best that they can with the time that they have and the resources they have. And you know, I, I was not the administrator, so I didn't go back and ask her to update it. So the words were extremely triggering again. However, oh, and however, I did meet a woman who knew my mom well and asked if I had gotten a letter that she helped my mom write. And I said, no, I never got it. And I said, what was it about? And she said, oh, she felt bad about how she did not favor you uh, and put your brother, on a pedestal ahead of you your whole life. And I went, oh, wow, that would have been nice to get, but thank you for letting me know. And I'm really glad that she had that point of recognition. Didn't get reflected in the will, but that's okay. I get an opportunity again to ask myself, in this particular instance, what am I being developed? What quality, skill, or ability am I being asked to develop as a direct result of this particular circumstance? So there it is. Three ways, three major categories. All of them require finding your balance-centered self. You get a free audio book to tell you how to do that. So I'm not asking you to buy anything. I hope that something I've said today sparks the beginning or continues to encourage you to claim your birthright to happiness 88% of the time, because you are the boss of you, and personal mastery is the answer. According to me. Hopefully you will begin that journey. And I am so grateful that you stuck with me, and that you know that it's all about balance. Peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best day ever. This is Dr. Marissa reporting live, wishing you to get that monkey off your back. See you tomorrow.